Hi, this is Connie Giordano with Walking in Truth Ministry. Join me now as I deliver this stirring message from God's holy word. Every day, something is happening in your life. You rise in the morning, go through the day, sowing seeds of some kind or other. With each thought, word, and deed, you are sowing seeds for the life to come. You are sowing seeds for a harvest. That thought can be comforting. Then again, it could be very alarming. You need to stop and ask yourself, what kind of seeds have I been sowing? What kind of harvest do I expect to reap? Every man reaps as he sows. You are not an exception to this rule of law. One man rises without God, lives without Christ, and goes among men as unjust, hating, angry, and striving. What is he sowing? What kind of harvest can he expect? Another rises in the morning with his first thoughts consecrated to God and comes among men as just, upright, good, and generous. What is he sowing? What kind of harvest can he expect? In Galatians 6:7, the Apostle Paul stated, "Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap." Be not deceived. Your present time is seed time. You will reap then as you sow now. Men would like to ignore this fact. They seem to hope, after all, that it may not be true. They deceive themselves through self-conceit. They allow the pride of their own heart to deceive them. They allow men to deceive them through vain words and false opinions. However, the truth of the matter is, every man shall reap as he sows. Your thoughts, words, and actions are seeds sown for the life to come. The preacher's homiletic commentary said, "All life is a moral sowing and reaping. The works of time are the seeds for eternity. Be not deceived. God is not mocked." In Jude 18, Jude told us to expect mockers in the last time who should walk after their own ungodly lusts. These certainly do not dread a future judgment. They do not believe that they will reap as they have sown. Contrary to what they believe, God will not allow men to trifle with him and his requirements. God will not be mocked. What you sow in kind, you reap. Galatians 6:7 says, "For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap." Job 4:8 verifies this in saying, "They that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same." In other words, men reap the same they sow. If you do evil, you will receive evil. The Egyptians drowned the Israelite infants in the Nile River. In the end, they were drowned in the Red Sea. In Judges 1:6-7, we read of Adonai-Bezek, who cut off the thumbs and great toes of 70 kings, and then had the same done to him. In Hosea 8:7, we read of Israel reaping with an awful increase, a terrible tempest of inconceivable misery after sowing the wind of iniquity. Hosea 8:7 describes it in this way, for they have sown the wind, and they shall reap the whirlwind. The Biblical Illustrator said, every man, while life lasts, may be regarded as entrusted with the care of a moral vineyard, which he is required to cultivate. And the harvest he reaps is sure to correspond with the seeds he sows. Your moral vineyard consists of your thoughts, words, and deeds. What kind of seeds are you sowing in your moral vineyard? What kind of harvest is sure to correspond with the seeds you have sown? If you are sowing to your flesh, you will reap corruption. If you are walking after the flesh, gratifying your vain, sensual, selfish inclinations, you will reap such things as broken health, ruined fortunes, disappointed wishes, soured tempers, dishonor, and shame. On the other hand, if you are sowing to the Spirit, living under the guidance of the Holy Spirit, you will reap life everlasting, which consists of love, joy, peace, and blessings galore. The Biblical Illustrator said, God leaves us free to sow what sort of seed we will, and no one can blame the Almighty that having chosen our own course, we reap our own harvest. What kind of harvest are you expecting? It all depends on what kind of thoughts, words, and actions you have been sowing. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. If you walk contrary to God and his word, guess what? God will walk contrary to you. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. Every man reaps as he sows, and you are no exception.